Hello, welcome to the Kitchen Spy. My name is Kate and this is a different kind of video this time. So a few of you have been, well, quite a lot of you have asked me about what I eat in a day or a week or whatever, and also a little bit about my weight loss journey. And so this is that, really, not a huge amount about my weight loss journey because, you know, it's not that interesting, frankly. But before I start, I just want to say, well, firstly, I hope this video finds you all safe and well. And secondly, and most importantly, your weight is your business and nobody else's, absolutely nobody else's. So I am not advocating weight loss. I'm not subscribing to any particular weight plan or anything. This is just my story and how I do it. So, you know, it's about how you feel. Nobody should make you feel worse than you do inside. So anyway, that said, this is the photo that changed how I approached food. So this was in 2016 and it was at a work do. And I can remember being in my hotel room because it was, I can't remember where it was. I think it at a Coventry stadium, I think, football stadium. Anyway, I was in my hotel room there and I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, you look good tonight. How you do? Yeah. Well, we all do, don't we? We look and we say, right, you'll do. Anyway, so, and then the photos came out from work, these official photos. And I just saw myself from a whole new perspective and I decided to do something about it. So I embarked on a weight loss plan, and this is kind of some of these photos. There's some comparison photos coming up, but this is kind of where I ended up, I guess. So forgive the cheesy grin there. I wear glasses most of the time now, but before I was wearing contact lenses, so that's why I look different. If you're thinking, why is she looking so different? Is she putting up pictures of other people? Anyway, so yeah, so I decided to lose weight. It was it was a confidence thing, it was a health thing, and also around that period of time, I lost my eldest sister. She died. She'd had breast cancer and fought it successfully once, and then it came back, and it just made me think about who I was and whether I was looking after myself, and it just made me realise that life is so short and I wanted to be healthy. Like I said, I'm not advocating this, I'm not saying you should, but this is what happened to me. So here's another comparison photograph. So the first one is me, and I've chopped off my husband. He won't mind, in Berlin actually, and then I've still got that bag. I love that bag. Anyway, and then there's a picture of me in a Premier Inn in Caerphilly. Oh, so I lost pounds and also my way from Berlin to Caerphilly. So yeah, and I really want to reinforce this. I'm not saying you have to be thin or you have to be anything. I'm just saying you have to be comfortable, and I wasn't comfortable. So I decided to start to lose weight, and I first of all started with Weight Watchers, and I have used Weight Watchers and I have used Slimming World, and I now calorie count. And out of all of the things that I've done, and I'm not dissing any of the other plans, I am just saying that for me, calorie counting is the best option. So with Slimming World, and to a lesser degree, Weight Watchers now, I feel like with the plans that they've got, it's less about portion control, and there's a whole mystique of sins and points and things. Whereas with calorie control, you know exactly what you've got to eat, and you can eat anything within that calorie limit, and that will work. So I use an app called NutriCheck. I'm not sponsored by them. It's a really great app, and if anyone wants me to go into it in any more detail, then please just let me know. But it is a good app. So what I'm going to do now is just run through 1 week, which was actually in October, October 2020. So I've just run through the working week, because now I'm at a stage where actually I feel okay with myself. I'm a UK size 12, and I am really happy with that. So now I tend not to really concentrate as much in the weekends as I do in the week. So I've just done a work week for you here, so you can see some of the kind of things that I eat for breakfast, etc. So the first thing I'm going to show you here is some Alpen. I use the one with the normal sugar in it, because it's not that different in calories. And this is with some frozen blueberries and the Alpro coconut milk that I use, and that was 224 calories. And I tend to eat that at my desk, as you can see the keyboard in the background. Then for lunch, this was actually leftovers, and leftovers appear a lot here because I use leftovers for lunch quite often. So this was a chickpea stew and some pork loin that was left over from the night before, and this was 194 calories. And I think using leftovers for lunches just keeps them a bit more exciting. I don't have leftovers every day, but I do quite a lot. And then for dinner, we had a stir fry, and so this is a chicken stir fry, and it came in at 336 calories. And leftovers for that will be on, I think it's on the Wednesday. But on this entire day, including snacks, which I haven't put here, which snacks I had, I ate 1,302 calories with snacks and drinks and things. So that's out of my 1,400 calories a day that works for me. And then on the Tuesday, I had banana on toast. So this is the crustless bread with a banana, and I always weigh my bananas. There's a photo of Jess on my desk, and a cup of tea there, and that was 171 calories for that breakfast. The tea is separate, and I always count my tea. A cup of black tea comes in at 2 calories, and then I just apply an amount of calories for milk. Then on lunchtime, again with a crustless bread, I just had a turkey sandwich with some Walker's French fries, and that was 224 calories. And this fills me up, and I think just having the crisps on the side makes it seem just a little bit more interesting. Not that sandwiches are ever very interesting, but yeah. So 224 calories for my lunch, and I will have had some kind of biscuit after that, but I count that in my snacks. And then for dinner that night, I did bean burgers and salad, and I will leave the recipe to this down below because I've done a video for it. And that came in at 354 calories, and it was really lovely and very, very filling indeed. So on that day, on the whole day with snacks, I had 1,215 calories out of my 1,400. So actually it was quite a good day in terms of calories for me. I think one of the things that kind of took me away from Weight Watchers and onto calorie counting, and trust me, you know, if you're doing Weight Watchers or Slimming World successfully, best of luck to you. I'm not criticising it. It's just what works for me. But was that a 2-finger Kit Kat, which is 104 calories, was actually 5 Weight Watchers points. Now you were allowed 20 points a day, and you could have free like salads and vegetables and things. But what for me, it didn't actually teach you about portion control. So that's why I find calorie counting much better for me. Then on the Wednesday, and I do try to mix my breakfast up if I can, I had fruit and yogurt. So it was just some banana and some frozen berries, and frozen berries are so much cheaper than buying fresh, and obviously last longer because they're frozen. And I served that with some yogurt, and this came in at 201 calories. And again, eating that at my desk because I just don't like to eat first thing in the morning, so I kind of eat my lunch. Well, I do eat my lunch, but I eat my breakfast at about 9:30. And yeah, this is quite a filling breakfast, and having the banana in it is also very filling. And then for lunch, we're are back to leftovers, but just a little bit about rice, because the leftovers have got rice in. I always use these packets of rice, and that's because they are really good at portion controlling. So there's 250 grams in there per pack, and what I do is I give my husband 150 grams, I have 100 grams, so 100 grams of this rice is 159 calories. So yeah, it works out quite well. Now this isn't a whole pack of rice, it's just what was left over in the pan from the stir fry on Monday, and this came in at 252 calories, and it just makes your lunch a bit more interesting. And I think if you make your food interesting, then you don't get bored. If you have the same thing day in, day out, that's when you start to resent looking after what you're eating. And to me, I don't see this as a diet really. To me, this is, and I know it sounds corny and cliched or whatever, but this really is a lifestyle for us. We eat really healthily. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are days when we go absolutely mad and eat way more than we should do, but most of the time we're good, and it's what you do most of the time that counts. I really firmly believe that. So this is the Wednesday, and on the evening on the Wednesday we had some cod loin, which I served with some rice, and again this was a packet rice that had already got some kidney beans in, and I just served that with some asparagus with just a slice of lemon for squeezing over the top, and that was 375 calories, and that was really lovely. Really enjoyed that. I really like having fish just baked in the oven. And this total day was 1240 calories when I include all the snacks and the drinks and things that I had. And when I mean drinks, I'll come on to what I drink in terms of soft drinks and things later. But yeah, 375 calories for that, and 1240 for the entire day out of my 1400 calorie allowance. When you start, if you start with NutriCheck or whatever, they'll give you a calorie allowance to keep to that depends on your size, etc. So on the next day I had toast, again the crustless toast with some cherry tomatoes and some brown sauce. I like to think I'm bigging up the brown sauce here. So yeah, some cherry tomatoes and some brown sauce, and I just pop the cherry tomatoes in the microwave in a dish for just a few minutes, and it just makes them hot and soft. And that's 116 calories there, and I really enjoy this. It's one of my favourite breakfasts actually, or lunches, just some tomatoes on toast. I think it's really well, it just feels like you're having a bit of a treat, almost like a kind of English breakfast thing, although it clearly isn't an English breakfast. And then for lunch on this day, no leftovers today for a change, just a ham sandwich and some Wotsits, the cheesy Wotsits, cheesy puff things, and that was 224 calories for that. And again, with the snacks, I have snacks after my lunch, and there's the ham inside, and sometimes I put butter on and sometimes I don't, but on this occasion I haven't put butter on, but I might put mustard or whatever. And yeah, I do enjoy having a sandwich because I'm a real carb person. I like having bread, and so having it without the crusts makes it less calorie. But I've started to use the Warburton's bread at the moment, which is 85 calories a slice, so it's a little bit more than this. But yeah, I just fill your boots with the sandwich. I think it's a good lunchtime snack, and if you have a hot drink with it as well, for me that helps me fill up. I hope I'm not boring you with tales of my meals here. Anyway, on this day for dinner we had savoury mince with potatoes, and that was 458 calories, and I served that, as you can see there, with some baby sweet corn and some green beans. Didn't put any gravy on it because the mince was plenty kind of juicy enough, and that was 458 calories. And this entire day I used 1198 calories out of the 1400 calories that I use. And yeah, most days I am not hungry, but on the days I am hungry, like I will allow myself to eat. I don't stop myself from eating if I'm hungry, because I think it's when you stop yourself from having something that things get really tough. And then on the Friday for lunch, I keep saying lunch when I mean breakfast. I'm sorry, it's clearly breakfast. This is Alpen, and I have always, when I have Alpen, I have 45 grams of Alpen, and it's got the coconut milk in it here, and it's just got some frozen fruit in it. And I don't tend to take the frozen fruit out of the freezer the next day because I never quite know what I want for my breakfast. So I just zap it in the microwave for a few minutes, just give it a quick old nuke, and then put the Alpen and the coconut milk in, and this is a really filling breakfast. And that was 238 calories. Yeah, that Alpen is definitely one of my favourite breakfasts, and as I said earlier, I always use the sugar one because I don't like the other one. I just find it really dull and boring. Then at lunchtime, this one's going to be a bit weird, I think, but I just wanted to be really honest with you about what I ate. So as you remember, on the night before, I had baby sweet corn and green beans as a side vegetable. Well, for my lunch on this day, I had this, which is really filling and I think really tasty. You might think it's really weird, but there you go. So I just warmed up the leftover vegetables, and I had that with a slice of bread, which I chopped up, and I just like dipped into that and ate it like soup, really. And that was delicious, and it was only 115 calories. I really enjoy meals like that. I know it's a bit weird. And then we go completely off track, and it was fish and chip night at the Trout. So we had takeaway fish and chips. So I did actually try to count this. So I counted this on the NutriCheck app, which is good for eating out as well as eating in. I counted this as 1,132 calories because I did a large fish and chips with mushy peas from the chip shop, even though it wasn't from the chip shop. So altogether on that day, I went over by a few hundred calories. So out of my 1,400, I had 1,789 calories, which meant for the week, I should have had 5 times 1,400, which is 7,000. And I actually came in at 6,744. And on this week, including the weekend, of course, which I'm not showing you, but including the weekend, I lost 1.5 pounds. So that's how that kind of worked out for me this week. So obviously, when I was talking to you about the calories that I had in the day, they were way more than you saw in the meals. And that's because I have like various snacks through the day just to keep me on track. So I'm just showing you the various snacks I might have had on any one of those days. So this is a firm favourite, which is a fruit pastel lolly. It takes ages to eat. It's very sweet and it's only 58 calories. And I definitely recommend getting some of those for your freezer because they're just so useful. If you watch my shopping hauls, you will know that these appear very often, and these are Kit Kats. And the 2-finger Kit Kats, as you see here, is only 104 calories. And I find those really lovely with a cup of tea. Then another firm favourite with me in terms of snackage is rich tea biscuits. So these are, this particular brand, every brand is slightly different, are 38 calories each. So, and this means that for these 3, it's 114 calories, which is a really good amount of calories to have for a snack. So I try to aim about the 100, just over, just under mark if I'm having a snack. And then with that in mind, we've got here the mini rice cakes that we used to get from Tesco. And Do you know, I haven't bought those for a while. I don't know why. I'll have to get some more. Anyway, they are 17 calories each, and you can see how small they are there. But you can have 5 of them for 85 calories, which, firstly, the fact that they are in numbers makes you feel like you're having quite a good snack. They're quite small, but because they've also got chocolate on, I'm not sure it's real chocolate. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, it makes you feel like you're having something really good. So that little plate of food is 85 calories, and that's what I do with my snacks as well. I put them on a plate because then it feels like you're having something a little bit special. Then I'm kind of channeling my 11-year-old self and going back to Space Raiders. They were called Space Invaders when I was a kid, and these are 58 calories each, but there are other low calorie savoury snacks, and you will have been seeing those in my food hauls as well, but these are my favourite. Then obviously it's not all about processed food or sweet things. It's fruit. Fruit's always really good. So I always weigh my fruit. You don't have to, and I've given you the calories for a medium one of each of these. So a satsuma is 25, a banana is 81, and a plum is 26 calories, and they're the, as I say, the medium size ones. In terms of drink, I have a lot of this, which is apple and blackcurrant squash, or I like orange and mango squash, and I always buy the no sugar version, and I either have that with fizzy mineral water or tonic water or just tap water, and I never count the calories for the squash because it's so small. Then the Cathedral City cheddar bites, these are Paw Patrol. I didn't know what Paw Patrol was at first, but through having these I've learned a little bit more about it. Annoyingly, they don't seem to sell them in Tesco. I was getting these from Asda. But these are a really nice little snack. They're tiny inside, the tiniest little chunks of cheddar cheese, but there's quite a few in there, and you just feel like you're eating something nice. It gives you a little taste hit, and they're 53 calories a packet. And then this, forgive the look of this, it got squashed in the freezer under something. But this is a Twister lolly, and I think this is strawberry and mango. And again, this is really sweet. It tastes lovely. It's only 70 calories, takes a while to eat. And yeah, I think that's worth having as a sweet snack in your freezer if you like that kind of thing. In the summer, I eat a lot of lollies, and yeah, it helps, I think. And then I am leaving the best till last. And this is my favourite snack at the moment. Sometimes I go in and out of this with Kit Kats or whatever, but Tunnock's tea cake and a cup of tea. So the Tunnock's tea cake is 105 calories. Black tea is counted as 2 calories, so I count that. And as I said earlier, I count a quarter of a pint of milk throughout the whole day. Because as you can see there on that colour of tea, I have like the very tiniest amount of skimmed milk, lactose free I have, but you don't have to, lactose free skimmed milk in my tea. So yeah, that entire thing there comes to 107 calories, and it's really lovely, and Tunnock's tea cakes are well worth a look. So there you are. I hope that was interesting for you. I hope you weren't bored, and yeah, I hope you got some ideas from it as well. I mean, obviously it's not what I eat every week. I eat different things, and it's the first time ever that I've actually put my face in a video. I've had it on a thumbnail before, so yeah, a bit weird really, but yeah, maybe one day I'll build up to that, who knows. But if you've got any questions about anything, please feel free to ask. I'm not an expert. I can only talk to you about my own personal experience. And please, if you take nothing else from this video, take the fact that you are allowed to be you, and you don't have to listen to what other people say or how other people make you feel. It's about you and how you feel. And the only way that you can ever do anything is if you yourself really want to do it. So listen to yourself, and if you want to do it, then do it. And if you don't, then don't. It's about how you feel comfortable. That's the most important thing. You've got to feel comfortable with yourself. Anyway, I have done enough banging on about stuff. So as I say, if you've got any questions, drop them in the text down below, in the box below, the comments even is what I'm trying to say. And of course, if you've got any good ideas for me, I'm always willing to listen. I'm not an expert, of course. I just enjoy what I do and maintaining my weight. So as it stands today, I am 5'2", by the way, so I'm quite small. And my weight this morning, I don't weigh every day, I weigh once a week. And my weight this morning was 9 stone 8. So there you go. That is 1 pound away from my all-time goal, which is 9.7. I usually hover between 9.8 and 9.10, and I'm comfortable there. But I am small. Remember, that's why that weight seems light, is because I'm only 5'2". So there you go. Anyway, thanks very much for watching if you've lasted this long, and I hope to see you on the next one, which will be a haul on Friday, and I look forward to seeing you soon. You take care, look after you and those that you love. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.